Welcome to GenX Adulting. Today's a special edition. We are got Nathan in the house, Andrew in the house. I'm Brian. It's a special edition March Madness episode. We're gonna pick a GenX Adulting bracket for March Madness, and we're gonna have a little competition going. We'll send out details on how to sign up on ESPN Tournament Challenge, and winner's gonna get some merch. We've started pulling together merch, and we'll figure out a prize. Maybe a hoodie, t-shirt, maybe some coasters, maybe a little value pack. Haven't fully decided yet, but we'll want to have a bunch of people join in. It's all through ESPN, and we're already having some technical. There we go. So we'll pull up the big board. ESPN, or actually college basketball, just released the brackets. So we're going to go through, we're going to talk about the brackets one by one each game. We're going to populate a bracket. It'll be the official GenX Adulting bracket. For the record, we have no insider info. This is the poor man's ESPN. No insider knowledge. No Stephen A. Smith in the back telling us who to pick. No Barkley, no Kenny Smith helping us. I actually haven't watched the basketball season since probably the Maui Classic.
We'll run some Ken Palm rankings through these things.
Yeah.
All right, so here comes the bracket.
Start in the South, right?
Yep. We'll go with Auburn first.
All right. Who is that matchup? Let me pull up my tablet.
What's that? Alabama State, St. Francis, PA.
Yep.
Feels like Auburn. This feels obvious.
Yeah. Well, they're the number one seed of the number ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They have been a little streaky lately, but
would they lose 2 towards the end of the regular season?
Yep, and I think they've actually lost like 3 out of their last 5 games.
Yeah, something like that.
Didn't they just lose to Bama?
Yes.
Yeah, in the SEC tournament.
Yeah.
And then I think they lost to them at the end of the regular season too.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, so Tennessee beat them in the SEC tournament yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
They're good. Their best player, I think him and Cooper Flag are the finalists for Player of the Year.
Brom.
And he's good. He's like a power forward, big guy, but he can shoot it. He's definitely their best player.
Does a little bit of everything.
But they got some good handlers. The issue I have with them is their main guy is kind of a hothead. Their main point guard, like Chad Baker-Mazar, I think his name is. I mean, he just got a flagrant 2. I think their last regular season game for like pushing a kid.
Can't be doing that.
And he gets technicals, like,
yeah.
And I think he kind of gets in his head. So if he comes out and goes like 0 for 4,
yeah,
they'll be in trouble if he starts doing stupid
Honestly,
stuff.
I have no doubt that they are not going to win. They will not win the tournament.
Really?
But no way. They're going to lose to a more seasoned, well-coached, less hothead team for sure.
They're going to run into a Louisville team in the second round.
Yeah.
Who's been decent.
Is that? Oh, that is the next matchup.
Let's roll it. What's up next? Louisville Creighton. Ooh,
jeez.
Technical difficulties here on that.
Right. So Louisville Creighton's interesting.
Little Big East ACC.
Yeah, that's tough because Louisville's probably like the 3rd best ACC team.
Yeah,
I think.
They
right?
were, yeah.
And it was like Duke,
Clemson,
them. Yeah, and like. Well, so the interesting part with this year is there's 14 SEC teams in the bracket.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So the NCAA likes the SEC for not just football.
They were very good this year.
Yeah. It's like a combo of them liking them for football, but they were good. I can't get this thing to show up again, but they were good. Like Auburn was number 1 for like a majority of the season. Bama's good, and they led by an old point guard. Tennessee was good. Florida's really good.
Kentucky.
There you go.
I mean, you got Texas A&M,
Arkansas.
Yep.
I feel like Creighton's going to be a spoiler, though. I think they're gonna wreck them. But what do you guys think?
I think I like Louisville.
I like Louisville, and I lean Ken Palm rankings here on this as well. As far as offense and defensive ratings, Louisville gets a higher rank.
All right, for the record, I'm saying Creighton. So if we don't win this one, it's on you guys.
All right. Next is Michigan, UC San Diego.
Feels like a no-brainer.
Michigan just coming off the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, they did just win the Big Ten.
They're a big team.
Yeah.
2 7-footers.
an impressive Big Ten win because they kind of started to fumble towards the end of the regular season.
Who
They
did
lo-
Michigan?
Yeah, they lost their
Dusty
last
Brown.
two. Dusty May, right?
Or Dusty May, yeah.
Yeah. He's our
Ex-FAU
FAU,
guys.
Yeah,
FAU
old
coach.
FAU
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
All right, Michigan, Texas A&M, Yale. I think Texas A&M's probably a lock here.
Yep,
Yale upset Auburn last year as a 15 seed, right?
Yep.
So I think Texas A&M probably
And
looks at that and says,
That one kid went to Michigan, right? The Wolf kid.
"Oh, he came from
Isn't that where he came from?
that was Cornell."
Or okay.
Oh no, it might have been Yale. You might be right. I think we just looked at that at dinner.
Yeah.
Man, this thing is beating me up. All right. So we'll go Texas.
But
A&M
yeah,
there.
I like
We're
Michigan.
having
I
some
like
technical
Texas.
difficulties here on the,
Yeah, this
the
thing's
Mac,
killing
the
me.
HDMI. There we go. It's back.
Okay. Ole Miss, SDSU, UNC is really interesting here.
Yeah. That SDSU
Interesting.
UNC is gonna be a
Yeah, that's a good game. That should be
playing
Tuesday.
game.
UNC's tough because they have a good team, and they have what's very important for March Madness and two players that can handle the ball.
Yep.
Like they have one of,
RJ
in my
Davis,
opinion,
yeah.
one of the best point guards in the country, probably. RJ Davis. He's a senior, and then they have Elliot Cadeau, who's another pretty good ball handler, and that kid can go off. They can both go off for like 20, but they just have underperformed.
Very.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're in the play-in. If
We
they
were
don't win
just talking
Tuesday,
about
they're not
this.
even in.
Hubert Davis.
Yeah, and he's been underperforming as a coach.
Yep.
I mean, ever since what was the old UNC coach?
Roy Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What do you guys think?
I think if UNC wins, I'd probably back them, but I could also see this being a total bracket buster matchup.
Yeah. Another ACC SEC matchup.
Yeah.
It could be.
But Ole Miss is solid. They're pretty solid. They kind of squeaked out their win in the SEC tournament before losing. I think they won on like the buzzer. But I think this is one of those things that will mess up a lot of brackets because if you don't watch a ton of college ball, you're going to see UNC as an 11 seed and get cheeky with it and say, "Oh, this is a nice upset potential." Where in reality, like, I think they're a good team, but they haven't really done that well.
Right.
I feel like they show up though this time of year. I can't imagine them losing off to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is not a basketball program, right? They've done well. They're in this year, but UNC's basketball.
No, 100%.
Yeah, the SEC was very challenging though.
Yeah, and that is the thing.
Yeah.
What's also probably going to happen here with 14 SEC teams, like at least 5 of them are going to crash and burn.
Oh yeah,
if not more.
100%. Yeah.
But they were probably the hardest.
Best conference for sure, top to bottom.
And they beat each other up. So
All
it's
right,
like,
what do we want to do?
I think this is one where I'm going to come back to it once the Tuesday game is finalized.
Yeah.
And for now, probably go UNC, assuming they win.
You know what we can do? We can circle back too.
Yeah. I think either one loses to Iowa State.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. Yeah, so Iowa State Lipscomb, right?
Yep.
I think Iowa State's the lock.
State, yeah,
They have looked kind of bad towards the end of the year.
They're streaky.
Yeah. They have looked kind of bad towards the end of the year. Did they do anything in the Big 12 tournament?
I think they may have had one win.
Yeah. But they're a good team. I mean, they were really good early on. Yeah, I don't think there's much debate here.
Yeah.
I think the next game is pretty easy too for Marquette and New Mexico.
Yeah.
New Mexico's coached by the other Hurley, I believe, right? Or is that ASU?
No, ASU.
Okay, but the thing with New Mexico, they were decent last year, but they lost TJ Toppin. So I honestly don't know much about them outside of the fact that I thought Marquette looked pretty good in the Big East tournament. And the Big East is honestly a pretty good conference.
Yeah, I love the Big East.
UConn. Reigning champs back to back, right?
Yeah.
UConn, right?
Yep. And St. John's kind of ran it this year.
Yeah.
All right, keep it on me because this thing's kind of bricking again. Michigan State, Brian. I think Michigan State's one of the best teams. I mean, they're a 2 seed for a reason, but I think they're one of the best teams this year, all year.
Tom Izzo, man.
Yeah.
This is the best they've looked in recent years, though.
Yeah, I think Michigan State's a really good team. I was really surprised they lost to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
What in like the Big 12 championship?
Big 10 2 days ago.
Yeah.
See,
I'm so out of it. I don't even know what the hell these conferences are anymore.
They're good. Let's see. All right, so Michigan State. I'll scoot it back up and we'll go through the round of 32 here. You like Auburn over Louisville?
Yeah, I like Louisville
over Auburn.
I do too.
This is where they get bounced.
Although I think Creighton's still
that kid.
I don't know.
That Chucky Hepburne's pretty good.
You're feeling Auburn, huh?
And I'm about to do a league for money with my friends, and I think Auburn's going to be my winner.
No way.
Yeah.
You're going to lose money.
I did it last year, and they lost in the first round.
Yeah, the Chucky Halpern kid.
He's good. And the thing is, and this is a stupid statement, but if all of Auburn's players do what they're supposed to do, they're going to make it deep. Because that kid, John Broomy, is so good.
Yeah, and then like you said the other day, earlier, they have some head cases.
Yeah, just the one, but he's a big part of their team.
And they keep their cool.
See, I'm not there, but let's go for it. I'm cool.
All right, we'll move Auburn along.
It's one of those deals where some of these teams that have never been, and they show up. I don't know if they know how to win. Pressure gets going. The media's on them.
They have a good coach.
Yeah, they do have a good coach.
Yeah, okay. Bruce Pearl is really good. Coach. And they have the most quad one wins all year. They absolutely ran the Maui Invitational early on, and they won I think they had the most top 10 matchup wins.
I think that might have been Florida.
Oh, did they end up having more?
Yeah, because they beat Auburn at Auburn, and then they beat Tennessee at Tennessee.
Florida's good.
Florida's really good.
Michigan, Texas A&M's a tough matchup, honestly. So that's the next one. That's who the winner of this would play Auburn.
I like Michigan.
I think I do too, but this could be just the recency bias because they just won the Big Ten. If they didn't win the Big Ten, I would have had them bouncing right now because they didn't look good.
The A&M is good.
That's Wade Taylor, right?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and he's nasty. I'm cool with moving Michigan along because, again, I think there's going to be SEC teams that crash and burn. Also, having two SEC teams play each other in the Sweet 16 probably I don't really love.
What do you think, Andrew? Where are you leaning?
I like the better conference. I like the SEC.
All right, we'll do it.
I like A&M.
Well, that's a huge matchup in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Man, that's big.
And this guy just won money on Michigan today, so...
Yep.
I'm such a legacy guy. I love the Big East, and I like the Big Ten and the ACC. I'm good, though. I'll pick a different bracket and clean up on this.
Yeah, this could... Remember what you don't like, what we're doing. Just fade it.
Yeah.
All right, SDSU. So this is assuming UNC is moving along, playing Iowa State now.
Yep, I'll take Iowa State.
Yeah, I agree.
Over UNC.
Yeah.
Again, they're a good team, but they've been ass.
Yeah, the Milan, the Mitricic maybe, or the Russian kid for Iowa State. He was injured.
Is he coming back?
I think he is back. I think he came back, but I'm not sure he's fully healthy.
Too bad that kid on Cal didn't get in because they have the
Peja Stojakovic kid.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
All right, we had a minor technical switch up. We switched laptops, so now the screen should be
we're back in action.
Not blinking.
There we go.
So just to go through it again, it's we're up to Auburn. We just picked Auburn. Facing off against Texas A&M in the Sweet 16, then Iowa State beating who we're thinking is UNC. And again, if SDSU gets in,
I might take Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'll probably take Ole Miss, but then I think Iowa State beats them anyways.
Yep.
So then the next matchup's Marquette, Michigan State,
big senior guard, boy.
Which is honestly a tough matchup. I still lean Michigan State, but I thought Marquette looked all right in the Big East tournament.
Shaka Smart, Tom Izzo, right? And then Shaka Smart's number one's Cam Jones, the senior, and you got Jaden Atkins, senior guard for Michigan State.
That kid Cam Jones is a baller.
Yeah, he's tough.
He hung a triple double early in the season. I think first player since Wade. Oh, yeah. Since Dwayne Wade to hit a triple double at Marquette.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, no, he's good. And that'll be a really good game.
Michigan State plays good defense too. They're gonna play. It's gonna be a very good defensive game. Chuck Smart came from was he?
He's been there for a while now.
Yeah, he's Texas too for a little while.
Yeah, I think that's right.
This cracks me up because I'm all about Michigan State. I think they're going to win.
No, I'm picking Michigan State.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, so we're saying Michigan State?
Yeah.
All right. We got one in the books.
Oh, yeah, we're in.
Yeah, right? I finally get to use my sound effects.
Go.
Is that the first one we've all somewhat agreed on?
Yeah.
I don't know. That Marquette team's good, though. I think they've been in the tournament a couple times.
I can see them doing an upset, no doubt. But
no.
Yeah.
No. I would never go against Tom Izzo.
If this was past Michigan State teams, I'd 100% agree because they've been kind of off.
Yeah.
like 10, 11 seeds. But this is the strongest they've been in.
Yeah, this is going to be a great
Wow.
game. I think you could probably flip a coin probably.
Yeah.
Too.
All right, we'll go back up Sweet 16, same side. So it's Auburn, Texas A&M. Do you know what was the head-to-head in this?
I am not sure, actually. But
I could check. Looks like Auburn lost to Texas A&M.
Really? They probably played
Just once.
so they didn't have a home and away?
Yeah, it looks like just one time by 11.
Okay. Wow.
I like Auburn.
Yeah.
Over A&M.
Yeah. But I'm kind of biased here.
You are biased, but
I was going to take Auburn to win the whole thing before the season started.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Bruce Pearl. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah. I'm riding Duke. I'm riding the kid from Maine, so I'm hoping he's healthy and I'm hoping he's back.
They got a kid from Maine on
Duke.
On
No,
Auburn?
on Duke.
Oh,
on
on
Duke.
Duke.
He's just
Duke.
his team is Duke. So then if we go Auburn here, then it's Iowa State, Michigan State.
Yeah.
I think I go Michigan State here.
Wow. Okay.
See, this is where it gets tricky.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Again.
taking again though too. You're talking a full week for Tom Izzo to prepare for you because it's going to be after the first. You're going to get past
Yep.
2 games, and you're going to have a full week to go back to the gym and study up.
Yeah.
And I'll take Tom Izzo with a senior-led guard.
Yeah.
And
Also, Iowa State
I'm
wasn't.
with you.
They started to fall apart.
right.
Who?
Iowa State. I'd say the back like 10 games were somewhat ugly for them. I don't know the exact numbers, but
Were
I
they
know
doing well?
they were balling to start
started
the
out
year.
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they've hit a speed bump.
I'm telling you, some of these teams that are the pressure gets to them. The
Yep.
media starts showing up. ESPN's there, probably get some primetime games, and they fold a bit. And that's what the tournament's all about, right? Every game is big.
Yep.
Yeah,
So Michigan State.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
Cool.
then creates a really good matchup here. This is a 1-2 matchup, so we could be off. Whenever I make my own brackets, I hate having 1 versus 2.
Yeah.
I feel it feels too chalky. I don't even know. Have we picked up an upset in here? UNC would be the only upset.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fucked.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Hold on, I got
No,
that.
it's not
Just give me
true.
a half a second. Warning. Yeah, this is.
There you go.
Yeah, this is the chalk. The chalk.
So
Are you taking the better coaches? At the end of the day, I'm leaning to the.
So we're setting Izzo through to the Final Four over Auburn.
I'm all about it, man. I
Yeah.
love Izzo.
All right.
This is where the SEC falters,
Yeah,
I agree.
and our big upset.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you can't go chalk all the way, I guess. I like it. I do like Michigan State.
I
All right.
think it's the program. There's not too many upsets in the finals, right? It feels like the same teams win in some consistency.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you had last year 11. The NC State team went, Final Four, Elite 8? They went
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, I mean,
With
like
that
say,
big kid?
Yeah, UConn won
Yeah,
the last.
but their
back-to-back.
basketball skills. Auburn's. I don't know what Auburn is anymore.
They used to be a football
Football.
school.
Yeah.
Not lately. All right. So now on the right-hand side is the east side.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Duke, obvious upset
Duke.
right here.
Yeah,
Did
Duke's
we just
going
get
all the way.
All the way to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll all go pull the Final Four
One
up
of
in
the
the bigs.
technical problems we have here is.
I think you muted yourself.
Did I? Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the technical problems we have here, besides me muting myself, is seeing the bracket. It's so small.
So yeah, we're on East.
We're on East now.
Duke.
Duke. I'm all about
And
Duke.
Duke is winning.
Duke's
the,
winning.
The issue I have with Duke, it's really unfortunate, but Cooper Flag did just wreck his ankle.
Yeah. No,
Their best player.
Yeah.
No,
No, in the
Game one.
semifinals.
game 1 of the ACC tournament against Georgia Tech.
Yep.
So
Well,
is he out?
Yeah. Well, he missed the last
just
2
hurt.
games.
Okay.
He missed the semifinals and the finals.
If they needed to win the ACC tournament, he probably would have played.
That's so they say.
Maybe.
He's the number 1 pick right now.
Yeah,
Honestly,
by
he
far.
probably
Yeah.
could and should
Yeah.
in some ways just sit out and take
Yeah.
he'd be the number
Yeah.
1 pick. However, he's also only 18. So
Yeah.
at the same time, he's like, if I really get hurt, he can probably come back and make NIL money.
And to me, that's the drama of
What's he making?
March Madness,
10
right?
mil, 8 mil, 12
I think
mil?
he made 8 million, but
Oh,
he's
no
got
kidding.
Yeah.
he's got to deal with New Balance.
Yep.
he can't even wear New Balance. So Nike's having to pay him NIL money because they're the sponsor at Duke. I'm sure. So now he's winning probably on both sides because he's getting Nike and New Balance for free.
Yeah.
And we were looking at it at work the other day. It's not the craziest like difference in first pick. I mean, it's substantial money, but like, let's say he's making 12 mil now. I think he makes like 25 mil in the NBA. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot more money.
Yeah,
it's guaranteed money there too. You know, the 4-year ramp up or whatever. I think they get like a 3 year.
Is he going pro next year?
We're not sure. He should.
He's the consensus number 1 pick.
No kidding, and he's 18.
He reclassed.
Yeah,
he should be a senior.
Oh, really?
It's
this kid. Okay,
he's a 6'9" white kid out of Maine.
Yeah.
No wonder you like him. He's from Maine. Okay.
Well, he's also a Duke fan, so it's just full blown bandwagon.
Have you been to Cameron ever?
I have never been to Cameron.
I went. We were up there a few years ago and went.
Yep.
It's awesome, man. You got to go.
Yeah, I heard it's unbelievable.
It's like the size.
Been on their campus a couple times when my sister was rowing there.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, never.
It's like the size of a high school gym.
It looks electric.
It's the place.
That place gets rocking.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where the east side is? Where they're playing?
I think they're playing in. Is it New Jersey? Maybe Providence, Rhode Island.
I don't see it.
All right, so we'll send Duke through there. What is it? American? What's MSM? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. I think they cook. I mean,
Montana State, I think, isn't it?
Oh,
I thought
maybe.
I saw something about them sneaking in.
Well, Montana got in. I don't think Montana State did. I could be wrong. The thing is, Duke did. They were when Flag got hurt. Right, he came down on a rebound. His ankle folded in, and it was a bad injury.
What position is he? Like
he's
forward?
Small forward.
Yeah,
but
he's
like a point forward.
He'll bring the ball up.
Yeah.
But so they were down.
Good on defense too.
They were down 12 at half.
Yeah.
Came back and won by like 15 without him, and then won again against UNC.
Yeah,
I like them. They have a legit coach too.
Yeah,
Shire's
good.
But they also have 2 other freshmen that are disgusting.
Malawak,
and then the shooter,
and then Con Knipple. Tyrese Proctor, he played terrible versus UNC, but he played huge for us in the St. John's game.
He had 6 threes recently.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yep.
All right, Mississippi State, Baylor.
I'm going Baylor.
Yeah, I don't know. Kid. I don't know much about either of these teams, honestly. I like the Baylor pick. I think they traditionally hold their own.
They got the like I said, the VJ Edgecombe kid. They're going to be a NBA lottery pick.
Yeah.
This year, probably a top 10 pick.
Okay.
But Mississippi State's good. They got the sophomore point guard, right?
They're just like that middle of the pack SEC team. So it'll be weird.
Sean Murphy and the point guard is Hubbard.
I like Baylor, I like Baylor, but I have a feeling Mississippi State may pull an upset here.
Well, no, they're the 8 seed.
Yeah, but it's still an upset.
Yeah, this is that weird middle ground.
Yeah. All right, so we're saying Baylor?
Yeah, I'm down to roll Baylor. I honestly don't think this is going to matter because worst case, you'll miss it, and then Duke's going to beat whoever they have to play.
I agree.
So it's not like you're not sending either of these teams further. Oregon Liberty 5 versus 12.
This is my big.
You like Liberty?
I like Liberty.
They got shooters.
They got some players.
Yeah, they have shooters.
I'm down. This is a nice upset.
Yeah,
Oregon's always overrated.
The Big Ten wasn't great this year.
No.
Kansas came out as a powerhouse. And
Oregon just goes cold.
Yeah,
they go so cold.
They don't do well in the tournament.
No, not normally. Except maybe the year they had Peyton Pritchard. Baller.
6th Man of the Year award.
Arizona Akron's crazy because I like Arizona and I like their point guard Caleb Love, but he has a major issue with not showing up when it matters.
Really?
Yeah. And they lost their big guy to their transfer portal. I think he went to Indiana, Ballo. They've looked good. They looked good in the Big 12. I think they just lost in the finals, maybe, or semis. They looked good.
Yeah, they were decent.
But I like Akron here.
Wow. I mean, listen, I'm all for it.
We just listened to the radio. They won 21 of the last 22 games.
Really?
They are hot.
38% from 3.
They do say it's a big matchup.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
I like upsets.
It's a style matchup or mismatch.
Let's do it.
Now that's 12 versus 13 in the next round, which is ugly.
I'm taking Zona in my bracket, but but I'll leave it in here.
BYU, VCU is good. VCU just won their conference tournament, I believe.
BYU?
VCU.
Oh, VCU, yes. They just won.
But I like
George
BYU
Mason.
here.
Yeah, they got the there's a top kid too that on there is could be a lottery pick, I think.
They also have shooters.
For BYU.
They got really good shooters.
They get the kid the number one kid from next year comes.
Yep. Yeah, no, they're going to be good next year.
Yep.
So who are we saying? BYU?
Yeah.
BYU.
With Wisconsin, Montana. I think this is an easy pick. For Wisconsin. They were really good all year. I think they finished top 10 or like top 12. And honestly, I think this is the first time Montana's been in the tournament. So cool for them, but
I think they snuck in too.
Yeah.
What are they in, like the Big Sky or something?
Yeah.
This is going to be a big
St. Mary's,
matchup.
Vandy.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match.
So yeah, next one, St. Mary's, Vanderbilt, 7 versus 10.
I like St. Mary's.
I think I like the upset here.
You like Vandy?
Vandy's like been the SEC upset team all year.
Yeah.
Every time like Florida was on a run, I think they went into Vandy and lost. Tennessee was on a run, went into Vandy and lost.
No kidding.
Alabama was on a run, went into Vandy and lost.
Yeah,
but isn't Vanderbilt in New Orleans?
No, I thought it was,
Nashville.
I thought it was Nashville. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And St. Mary's, like usually Gonzaga and them kind of battle it out in that random West Coast conference. I think it's the WCC, but they've both been kind of like mid.
Yep.
So I think this is.
They can shoot it too.
So you're thinking Vandy?
Yeah, I like Vandy.
Yeah, I like
All right,
Vandy.
let's do it.
So this side's
we
not
have,
chalk.
This
All right,
side is
Vandy.
definitely not.
All right, next one's Alabama. Robert Morris. You can argue Bama should be a number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Probably the best
yeah.
number 2 seed.
I'd say that's a good consensus. Like I said, the SEC was so tough this year.
Yeah.
They get a lot of love.
Well, there's going
to be another SEC matchup in that next round.
And their best player is a senior guard.
Yep.
Sears, who's really good.
I mean, Bama seems to be hot right now.
Their coach Nate Oates
right?
is good.
Yep.
They've been so close every year to like making that splash and getting right there. And I feel like I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I do think their program trajectory has been the right way.
Yeah, and they got a good path.
Yeah,
I think they're transitioning from a football program to basketball.
Yeah, they better learn.
Yeah.
1 year transition.
That'll piss some people off.
All right, so Duke. So now it's Duke Baylor round of 32. Going Duke.
I got Duke.
Yeah.
And then Liberty Akron 12 versus 13. And I'm gonna roll Akron again.
I'm down.
They're the hot team.
No, I'm riding Liberty.
Yeah, you like Liberty?
But let's keep accurate because I'll keep that on Liberty will be my Cinderella team.
Yeah.
BYU Wisconsin's next. What is that? 6 versus 3.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Who's 6? BYU.
And honestly, like if
watching Wisconsin today they just grind you out.
Yeah.
It was 23-21 at half against Michigan.
Get out of here.
They
It's like a
just
girl
set
score.
picks,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
running around,
Yeah.
picks, stay in motion.
The final score was
and
like
the Tomji
58-53
kid or whatever.
Oh gosh.
John Tomji.
Yeah, I think he's probably a top 10.
Yeah, he's good.
The thing is, BYU has they are pretty good, and they're coached well.
Yep.
I do like Wisconsin. I was going to say if the top 8 teams, like all the 1 seeds and all the 2 seeds, weren't as good as they are, you could probably argue Wisconsin should be a number 2 seed.
Yep.
So, I mean, they I think they finished the season top 10 or 12. I like them here.
I think either one, is going to be in a tough spot.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Next round though too.
Oh, against Bama, yeah.
So what are we saying? Wisconsin
against
Wisconsin.
BYU.
Yeah.
And then the next one's Vanderbilt as a 10 seed and Alabama as a 2 seed. And I think I'm going Bama here.
Yeah, I'm going to take Alabama.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I do think Vandy beat them.
Yeah.
So,
But
in the regular season?
I believe so.
I'll the more or less too. I'll take Bama. On a little bit short rest. I'll take the better.
Oh no,
team.
they got wrecked.
Vanderbilt. Bama beat them pretty good.
Oh no, Bama beat them 103-87
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
yeah.
we're in Tuscaloosa
at
or
home. Yeah.
okay.
Hey, you know what they say though? You've seen a team once. It's harder to win again.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I would say that more for like the team that like Duke, who played UNC twice. They beat him twice in the regular season. They beat him third time and now you didn't even have your best player.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be this whole 14 teams in the SEC thing is interesting because a lot of these teams, let's say there are these potential SEC matchups, it'll be the third time, maybe even the fourth time these teams see each other.
Yeah. Right.
So it should make for some pretty good games.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, like that Auburn Texas A&M game. You know, really, Texas A&M could have a chance. We put Auburn into that one, but that's
true. That's actually a really good point.
Could be tougher than people think.
All right, so then it's Duke versus Akron.
You still going with Akron here, or are you feeling
Oh,
Duke?
here we go.
In my bracket, I'm gonna do it later tonight. I'm probably moving Akron through.
Well, if you do like 30 brackets, like most people do, you know.
I like Duke for our purposes here.
My thing would be if Cooper Flag doesn't go, does Baylor have enough athletes to get by them?
Well, that's the thing here. If Flag isn't 100%, Duke is still good, but that's a big miss.
Oh,
so then and the reason I'm cool with putting Duke here for this. For some of my ones that I do with my friends for money, I'm gonna need to take a look at these Duke matchups probably Wednesday and then Thursday morning,
right?
And let this week of Cooper Flag recovery take place,
right?
Because I'm gonna be very scared of money on the line with a somewhat banged up Cooper Flag to then win 6 games in a row. I mean, that's hard.
The only good thing is they're gonna play the 2-game weekend.
Yeah, and then you do get a break.
And you got a break.
Yeah.
So if he were to miss the first weekend, is he healthy then?
The reality, too, is they could sit him against the 16 matchup. They probably won't. But let's say they go up 30 points, they'll shut him down.
Yeah.
So he might not even have to play more than like 15 minutes in the first game.
I think they do want they want his body out there for the Baylor if they're going to
100%.
Yeah. I assume Baylor's full of athletes.
Yeah, I think they're pretty athletic.
The Edgecombe kid's really good.
Yeah, I think they're pretty athletic. All right, so now it's Wisconsin at 3 versus Auburn number 2, and we have another somewhat chalky matchup down here, 2 versus 3. We were just saying how Wisconsin's kind of a style mismatch for Bama.
Yep.
What do you mean by style? Like, what's their style? I bet they bang and grind, right?
Slow it down.
Yeah, they slow it down. They play a lot of half court offense, set it up.
And Bama runs.
Yeah, and Bama wants to run you. But, like, they're going to – Wisconsin, like you said, they're just going to keep moving.
I would go Wisconsin. They're going to slow them down. Are they well coached? Is the guy decent?
I honestly do not know the coach.
I'm not sure the coach.
I assume he is.
They've done good all year.
They're going to slow him down and take the athleticism
15
out.
Ken Palm team, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Wisconsin?
Yep.
Wow. All right, hold on.
Slow him down.
So now it's Duke, Wisconsin.
Oh, man.
Duke, Wisconsin. I don't know. It still comes down to Flag.
I go Duke.
I go Duke.
Yeah,
I'm going Duke here, but this is all under the assumption that Flag is somewhat not as hurt as I think. And it didn't sound terrible to begin.
Right. I honestly think that Duke can make it through the first round. I mean, they just won the ACC without him. I think they can make it through the first even weekend potentially without him. Now, past that, it's going to be hard.
Who won the ACC tournament?
Duke.
Oh, right. They just beat Louisville last night. I mean,
I'm all about Duke.
No, they have good
St. John's.
They have good players, and their coach is handpicked by Coach K to take over.
I love the coach. He's a young guy. He's in it with these guys. Yeah.
His post-game speech the other night was solid. Like, that guy, he's a good coach.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're on the west side. Florida's the 1 seed here. St. John's the 2 seed. Wow, St. John's got 2 seed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Florida, Norfolk State. I think Florida's an easy hit. They have a really good point guard. I think he might be the best point guard in the country.
Florida?
Yeah. Clayton.
For the record, I'd go Norfolk, but I just don't like Florida.
I mean, it pains me to say that I'm probably moving Florida pretty far along here.
Florida.
It sucks, but they're really good.
Bobby Hurley, maybe next round.
They would get UConn or Oklahoma. And honestly, UConn has not looked good.
No, I'll take Oklahoma.
Yeah, I agree.
Over UConn?
Yeah.
In that matchup.
They have not been doing good.
Yeah, but it's the Hurleys.
Nah.
He's lost his touch this year.
Oh, that hurts.
I think they lost 3 games in a row at the Maui.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They started the season off terrible.
They didn't finish much better.
Oh, really?
No, it's been ugly.
I didn't know
A lot of technicals, a lot of arguing. he's been kind of getting flamed on social media for just being
he's running too hot.
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. He just won 2 in a row. Like his whole thing was like, you guys ref us differently because we just won 2 natties. Like,
right. And he lost half his team.
He did lose a lot of his team.
He lost the Castle kid, who's arguably going to probably be rookie.
They were stacked.
Rookie of the year, right?
I don't know.
NBA.
I don't know if I can send Oklahoma over them though.
They got a senior guard, the Jalen kid, and then that freshman Jeremiah Sears.
You want to go UConn?
Yeah,
personally, I'd go UConn.
Yeah, I'm going to go UConn.
I'd pick coaching and quality programs over these.
Oklahoma is kind of random.
Yeah.
And the SEC now, too.
Yeah.
They played a tough schedule.
All right. Memphis, Colorado State, 5 versus 12. I think this is Penny Hardaway's best team he's ever had.
Yeah, that's a good Colorado State team, too.
Yup. Colorado State's, they've had a good program the last few years, honestly, for having like a random school that makes it in every year.
Well, your football program drives your basketball program.
Right.
Their football programs, whatever. This isn't Colorado.
Oh,
Colorado State kid is the
I gotta mute that.
Nick Clifford kid.
What position's he?
He plays. He's a guard. He's a 5th year.
See, that's good for the tournament,
right?
But Memphis's guard just hung 44 points 2 nights ago.
Honestly, I'd go Memphis.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm making a Memphis bracket.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think this is Penny's best team. I think they've been trending the right way. They have a really good center named Dane Danger, who he's good. They have 2 huge kids.
We were watching him today.
Yeah, we just watched them.
He played very well. That team is good.
I think Hardaway will have him ready.
Oh yeah, I love Penny.
Yeah,
they had a great
half set. I told you, the little Sprite guy.
And they did really good in the Feast Week tournament out in, I don't know where they were. They might have been in Maui. I think they beat UConn.
Oh, really? Yeah, they did. They did.
I think they beat
early
UConn
off the rip, right?
Yeah, and they may have ended up losing to Auburn. So I think they started the season well. I think their final record's 26-5. They went 16-2 in conference play.
That's pretty good.
Just won the American. Like,
yeah,
they have a good team.
Yeah.
They run too. All right, so then it's Maryland, Grand Canyon, 4 versus 13.
Easy pick for me.
Yeah, Maryland's really good this year.
I'll roll with Dairy Queen.
Grand Canyon has been trending the right way too, though. 6-11 is Missouri Drake.
I'd go Drake.
I like Drake. They beat Vanderbilt.
Really? Missouri's been pretty good this year. I'll go with the upset though.
Drake, baby.
I feel like they always get an upset every time they're in it.
That's
Drake?
12-5.
Yeah.
That 12-5 matchup.
Yeah, well, this one's 11-6, so they're moving up.
Yeah.
But I do think I feel like they got one last year. I feel like they got one the year before. They might have even won 2 times last year or the year before. I forget. They do decent in March.
That's truly why I'm picking them, because they always they seem like a spoiler.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yep. Well, they're a good program that's constantly like in a 10 through 16 spot.
Yeah.
It's like one of those teams where it's like, I don't really want to match up against you.
Yeah.
This isn't like a total shoe-in victory.
They may not show up, but they probably will, and they'll be somewhat of a quagmire.
It's worth a pick.
Yeah.
Because again, like now that you go Texas Tech, number 3, UNC Wilmington, 14. I'm going to go Tech.
Yeah.
Tech's been good all year.
Yeah, Tech.
I'm probably going to go Tech next matchup. So,
Yeah.
If you don't pick Drake correctly the first round, you're most likely not sending him too far, so you're not missing out on too many points.
Over both those
Kansas, Arkansas is a wild 7-10. Kansas is 7. Arkansas is led by Calipari.
I'd go Kansas.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, Bill Self.
They've been bad.
Calipari. Connor Dickinson.
Who, Kansas?
Kansas has been bad, man.
Really?
So is Arkansas. I mean, they both
have underperformed.
Very much.
You know what,
so.
though? Arkansas will probably show up with some fast, athletic dudes and could be a wild card. I don't really care who we go with.
I'm not putting Kansas through here.
Oh, go ahead.
They've done me wrong this year a lot. I don't like them.
It does say Arkansas's Thero has missed the last 6 games with a knee injury.
So that's something to keep an eye on. Check back on Wednesday there.
He's expected to play.
Yeah, Kansas is over. They've just been overrated. I mean, this is the first year since 2022 they've fallen out of the top 25.
Oh, really?
It's been bad. Yeah, and like they've lost games they should have won. Bill Self.
Okay.
No, I mean he's the man.
Yeah.
They just have underperformed. And honestly,
Calipari's a good coach though too.
Yeah, and this is his first year at Arkansas.
Yep.
Wait, who's the coach at Arkansas?
Calipari now.
The old Kentucky coach.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going with him all day.
Yeah.
We got to go Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then it's
St. John's, Rick Pitino, baby.
Rick Pitino, number 2.
It's going to be another good matchup.
Omaha.
Calipari, Pitino.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love Patino.
He's on St. John's.
Yeah, and they're good.
Yeah.
Really good. They're a 2 seed.
I love St. John's. Big East, man.
They're playing Omaha, so going there. All right,
Texas Tech. So we've decided we're going to roll with Texas Tech right through there with Drake. That'll be easy.
So then it's up top. It's Florida, UConn.
Yeah, I think we've all agreed upon this.
Yeah, I'm going Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you make your own bracket there.
Yeah.
I just can't go with
I'm
Florida.
rolling the best
If you've
team.
watched UConn this year, if you've watched Florida this year, I think UConn's totally cooked.
Yeah.
I kind of like, yeah.
All right, then it's 5 versus 4, Memphis, Maryland. Pretty good game here.
Pretty
think
good
Memphis-
game.
This is a pretty good game.
This is going to be a good one.
My personal bias here is to take Memphis because I want to see Penny win.
Yeah, same.
I really want to see Penny win.
And I want to see Danger.
Yeah, Dane Dangerous. He's a baller.
Dane Danger against Florida and that Haggerty kid.
Yeah. Maryland's really good, though. But I'm down to send Memphis.
I agree.
Let's go
so
Penny
then
Hardaway.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, then it's 11 Drake versus 3 Texas Tech. Definitely Texas Tech.
Feels like
Drake can get their upset and then get bounced. And then Arkansas versus St. John's. So it's Calipari versus Pitino.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm going St. John's. That's a really good matchup, though. Assuming Arkansas can get through Kansas. St. John's has just been good all year.
I'm taking St. John's.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
I'd go Big East all day.
I saw
St. John's. It's a basketball school.
Well, what? They came out, they won the regular season, they run the tournament.
Yeah.
They've been good all year. And
Yeah.
I saw a stat. It was like Pitino teams before he shows up and Pitino teams at like the first season he gets there.
Yeah.
And they're like well under 500, and then like 26-4.
Yeah.
Right when he gets there.
They lost to Marquette. Was it Marquette they lost to?
Not in the tournament.
No, they won the tournament.
He's legit one of the best coaches of all time.
Yeah.
He was just before NIL, so he kept getting busted.
Yeah, they lost to Baylor by 1, and then look at that. Pull up the big screen. All those matchups, all their notable matchups are wins. Marquette, UConn, Creighton, UConn, Marquette, Creighton. So they beat Marquette 3 times.
Yeah.
He's the maestro. That guy's a classic coach.
Yeah, he's good. All right, so Florida, Memphis. We're sending Penny.
I am.
I don't want Florida to go any farther than this. They are good. Yeah, this could be a bracket buster on this side. I'll send Memphis though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that a lot, but for the purposes here,
You can't take sides against the family being an FSU family, huh?
I mean, I don't want Florida to. That's the last thing I want is for them to do good in the March. It'd be great if they lost to
Who has a
Norfolk.
prettier uniform?
Memphis.
I will,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go the Kai way.
Yeah. You
Um,
want to go Florida? What do you think?
I mean, I'm rolling Florida.
Yeah,
to
they're
the Final Four probably in most of my bracket.
all right, you check me here. I'll send Florida because they're better. They're definitely better.
Yeah, they're deep.
All right, for the record, I'm saying Memphis. But
This might be the only time I put Florida past Memphis here, and it's gonna totally bite me in the ass in all my other brackets.
I mean, that Maryland team's good. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be a team I sent to Florida.
That's a good point. This section right here, this Florida, UConn, Memphis, Maryland, is probably like a 50-50 for me. Let's say I make 10 brackets. That whole area right there is going to look differently in all 10 brackets. Because there's going to be, I'm going to have a lot of brackets that have Maryland beating Florida, Maryland beating Memphis.
Zoom in on that, can you?
I'm not taking anybody past Florida. I don't think there.
So like right there.
But I might take Colorado State in the bracket over Memphis.
Yeah.
And then put Maryland past them there.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. I mean, they're good. That kid Clayton is legit too.
I mean, they're just deep.
He's super legit. All right, so then it's number 3 versus number 2, Texas Tech versus St. John's.
Yeah, this is a
St. John's.
banger.
St. John.
This is a banger.
Really good game. This sucks. All 3 sides we have are 1 versus 2 in the Elite 8.
Yeah. Hey man, it happens.
Not good.
But I don't know if it ever does happen, right? It happens on paper because it makes sense. But then you get to the games.
There's
There's
definitely
been some chalky years.
You know, years where in the Final Four you're getting two ones and two twos, or like 3 1s and a 6.
Yeah.
You know, there are those years.
I feel like last year kind of happened like that. Outside of NC State. NC State was like the only team that made it deep. They were 11. This just feels trappy.
What are we saying? St. John?
I'm going St. John's over Florida here.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about that.
Yep.
I've been against Florida from the beginning, so my pick is obvious.
You get your retribution here.
Yeah. Big East.
Patino.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if Patino just comes in and makes a deep run.
I'm telling you, he's the man.
Especially after the legal stuff he had too.
They've had a good year.
Yeah.
All right, so then that creates a Michigan State St. John's matchup in the Final Four. So Izzo versus Patino.
What a story!
That's
right?
good.
That's some classic coaches right there.
That ends up being a pretty good game. All right, we can come back to that. So now we're on the Midwest Conference or side of it. Houston versus what is that? St. Louis.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Houston's solid.
Yeah, Houston's very good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're another team that's been knocking on the door to a natty.
Yeah.
Like for 5 years now. Kevin Sampson. He's a good coach.
But they flame out.
Every year.
They flame out.
Every year. Then it's 8 Gonzaga versus 9 Georgia.
I'm riding Georgia.
I think I like Georgia too.
Really?
It's been a down year for Gonzaga. Like I said, like that's usually St. Mary's and Gonzaga are the only 2 teams that really get talked about from that conference.
San Francisco every once in a while.
Yeah. And like maybe Portland, but
yeah, the San Diego that's San Diego State too?
No, that's the I wasn't it the Mountain?
Yeah.
For Gonzaga?
No, they're like the WCC.
Yeah.
But I haven't even really heard about them. I don't think anyone's
heard anything this year about them.
No, they haven't done much. They do have they have some good players though. Isn't that Nemhard kid still there?
Nope. He's on
I thought his brother was there now.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
So it's a tough one. 8-9's a hard one to call.
I'm taking Georgia.
I'd go Georgia.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right, then this one's good. 5 Clemson, 12 McNeese.
I know what you were gonna say. I love McNeese.
Me and you have been talking about McNeese for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
They've been really good.
I know.
They got good team chemistry.
I might be disowned in my own home if I take them over Clemson, though.
Oh, that's right. You have your
my sister
went.
Yeah.
We can go Clemson for this.
I mean, listen, I like McNeese, so that's a great.
I like
12.
Clemson too.
Yeah, Clemson was one of the better teams in the ACC.
I don't think they do shit though.
Let's take it, dude.
McNeese?
For Gen X.
Cool.
Yeah.
For Gen X, 12-5 upset.
Yeah.
I think it's another really bad matchup for Clemson.
When they ask, they're gonna be like, "You heard it here, McNeese."
Yeah.
We were just listening to the radio, and they said this is a terrible matchup for Clemson as well. I do think it is. I think Clemson tries to do that slower post-up ball, moving around, where McNeese is just going to run circles around them and try to shoot.
McNeese athletic with
Yeah.
ballers?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know what their record is.
They come out with the Debo Samuel.
They're 27-6. They're both 27-6. But
That's pretty good. They haven't lost much.
No.
No.
They hung around with Alabama, lost by 8 back in November.
Who, McNeese or
Yeah.
Clemson?
McNeese.
Okay.
Lost by 3
Where
to
the hell is
Mississippi
McNeese
State.
from?
No idea.
They're very close points per game too.
All right, then
It's allowed to say
Purdue number 4 versus High Point number 13.
Ooh,
Purdue.
kind of like High Point. Actually, High Point's a good lacrosse program. I don't know how they are in basketball.
What's Purdue been up to this year? I feel like I haven't heard much about them.
They lost the big guy, right? The
Yeah,
big
he's on
tall
the
guy?
Grizzlies.
Yep.
How's
Yeah,
he
he's
doing? Is he
very good?
doing pretty well?
I think
They're up there.
They're third in the West, right?
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, and he gets minutes. I think he's done better than I thought he was going to do.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd translate to the pros.
No, and he's done pretty good. I think John Morant likes him a lot.
This feels like Purdue's an obvious one.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is a good one here. So Illinois 6 seed versus either Texas or Xavier. I think if Texas wins, I'm probably going to go Texas. And then if Xavier wins against Texas, I'll probably go Illinois.
I love Trey Johnson.
Yeah, he's a top 5 pick.
Trey Johnson's my God.
And he honestly didn't do that well against Tennessee in the SEC tournament.
I don't know what Louis or Illinois really did this year, but I might even take him there.
Against Xavier?
Yeah. I know. I'm saying even when Texas plays Illinois or Xavier, I'm taking
Illinois?
Yeah. No, I'm taking Texas over Illinois.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Yeah.
I think I might even take Xavier in the Big East over
Illinois.
Big East over Big Ten.
I'm with you. Yeah.
They do. I mean, they're pretty good for ball.
See, I would pick Illinois over Texas, but I'd take Xavier over Illinois and Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll come back to that. I think that game's on Tuesday.
That is a Tuesday game.
What's that, a play-in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Texas versus Xavier Tuesday.
Illinois' standout is a freshman, 6'9", Merez Johnson.
They have a good coach, too. And they were pretty good last year. They did lose some players. Like, they lost Coleman Hawkins to Kansas State, and then he ended up not really doing much. And they probably lost, like, a senior or two. All right, so then number three seed Kentucky with the new coach versus 14 Troy.
Yep.
I did not realize Kentucky was a 3 seed. I feel like they haven't been that great.
They beat Duke. They beat Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Not many teams can say they've beaten Duke this year.
Yeah, and Florida.
Yeah.
I
know Mark Pope's. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
All right, so Kentucky over Troy. UCLA versus Utah State.
This is one of those matchups I don't know a lot about. West Coast, a couple West Coast teams.
I think I like Utah State.
Really? Okay.
UCLA moved to the Big Ten this year, and I feel like they haven't been that great.
I'd go Utah, I think.
Utah State?
They had a couple guards, looks like.
22-10 for UCLA, 26-7 for Utah State.
Looks like they shoot it from 3 pretty well.
But
Utah State says they don't feature anybody taller than 6'5" in their lineup. So
really?
They're very small.
Wow.
I don't like that.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
This is a tall guy sport.
Yeah, no,
that's a problem.
All right, UCLA it is.
So and there's
that's some info right there.
And there you go. The UCLA has a guy, a junior, 6'8", and another looks like sophomore, 6'9".
Yeah.
And they legit don't have anyone over 6'5" for Utah or Utah State.
Utah State doesn't have anybody featuring over 6'5". UCLA.
How the hell they've been winning?
Shooting it.
I guess. I mean, it's a bunch of like well-coached white kids there, probably
that's what it looks
passing
like
the ball
here.
around and just slowing it down.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Not really getting rebounds.
Yeah.
I still am kind of leaning to Utah State. I just don't think UCLA shows up.
I think they're underrated.
Daly and Tyler Bilodeau.
All right, Utah State.
I think so.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
they're gonna hit 43s.
Probably. I don't think UCLA hasn't been good since Kareem was there, right?
Honestly, their coach has been crashing out this year too.
Who was that?
The bald guy. I like him. Yeah.
Cronin?
I like him, but he has been under some controversy in the post games, just like ripping reporters, ripping the refs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like I think
Mick Cronin.
Yeah, and they lost like their 3rd or 4th game, and he's like, "My players suck. Like our team is terrible. I don't know what they're doing. They should be ashamed of themselves."
That's what I miss UCLA.
Everyone's just like,
they're not a program.
What are you doing? Well, no, they remember when Tiger Hunter was there? They were like a 2 seed.
Yeah, but they flamed out, I bet.
I think so.
Yeah.
But they've had good regular seasons. All right.
They force a lot of turnovers, so they play pretty good defense.
All right, then it's Tennessee 2 seed versus Wofford 16 or 15.
Oh, Wofford. I think Wofford's running it. No?
No.
No, I'm taking Tennessee.
No. I do like this just because we haven't done a 15 seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if it's ever happened. I'm sure it's happened.
No, it didn't happen last
16's
year.
of one. Yeah.
15. This is a 15
but I mean,
versus 2.
15s of one, 16s of one.
I think the only
rare.
the only 16 was a Virginia.
I thought it happened
right?
last year with St. Francis in Kentucky, or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No,
Within
it
the
was,
last
Virginia,
2 years.
wasn't
Not
it?
St. Francis.
Wasn't it when Virginia lost?
They were 16, UMBC.
Yeah.
That was like my junior year. But then, remember, Kentucky just lost to that team out of New Jersey.
Who?
Bucknell.
No,
Seton Hall or something?
No. It's like St. Francis or something, and that coach ended up getting a better job because of it. They went on a nice little run.
Oh, that's right. That was last year.
Yeah. All right, so we're going Wofford.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I mean, what do you want?
I like Tennessee.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah,
I'm taking Tennessee to win that next year.
Yeah,
Too.
I like Tennessee a lot. All right, so then it's Houston versus Georgia, 1 versus 9. I like Houston here.
Houston.
I think the SEC.
Really?
The SEC just has too many teams in this bracket for all of them to go far.
For me, one of these brackets, Georgia's gonna get that. That Ace and Newell kid's good.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to do that here. We've been picking the chalk. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. That's about
I feel like maybe he might be sabotaging us here to try to get some merch. Right? I think so.
Giving us all as losers.
Yeah.
No, I mean, dude, Houston's been.
I like Houston.
I like Houston too. Yeah.
And again, I think they've been knocking on the door to becoming a little more legit. They have gotten. It's not like they've lost like the first or second round every year. Right. They usually get to at least the Sweet 16 and then lose. So I could see them going farther. Next matchup is 12 McNeese versus 4 Purdue. I think I like McNeese again.
Really?
Purdue's been.
McNeese running house.
Yeah, no, I think Purdue's been non-existent in terms of any news cycle in college basketball. I'm surprised they were a 4 seed. They're apparently better than I'm giving them credit for.
I'm not sure who their big wins were.
22 and 11.
We may have to tap in. We know the photographer.
Alabama.
They beat Alabama.
Maryland. They lost to Auburn. They beat Michigan. They lost to Michigan. They lost to Wisconsin. They lost to Michigan State. They lost to Illinois.
Yeah, they didn't play Purdue.
No, this is Purdue.
Oh, this is Purdue.
This is Purdue. So they beat Alabama, they beat Maryland, they beat Michigan, and then they lost to Auburn, Michigan, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Illinois.
Yes, they beat some good teams. What about McNeese? What are their big ones?
North Texas, Illinois State, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. Right, but they don't play anyone good.
No, it's kind of feeling like Purdue, maybe, but
no, listen.
I mean, they haven't played anybody, right?
Upset, yeah, but they're just hidden.
They're due.
They're here to make a statement.
Down. I'm good either way.
If they weren't playing Purdue, I would be down to fade them, but I just think Purdue.
They were on the other side, like they're playing Kentucky.
Yeah, then I'd probably pick Kentucky over them.
Yeah,
but I just think Purdue. I don't think Purdue's as good as a 4 seed.
Get hot and shoot it.
Yeah, they come out and shoot 50%, eat like 45% from 3, and they're trucking. All right, so then it's Texas versus Kentucky, 11 versus 3, or Xavier versus Kentucky, which is an interesting matchup because Kentucky and Texas have probably played each other twice.
Yeah,
I bet you Kentucky's beat them.
Beating both, probably.
Yeah. Let's see.
Probably pretty good games.
What's their notable wins? Kentucky's beaten Duke, beaten Tennessee twice, lost to Bama twice, lost to Bama 3 times.
Wow. So yeah, they lost them in the SEC.
So they're not even considering beating Texas a notable win, which is fair.
Yeah, because what about Texas? What are their notable wins?
You can't do the preview because they're not technically in yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is something you'd probably want to come back to.
Yeah.
I think you go Kentucky for now.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong. Kentucky, regardless. So then you get another showdown, SEC showdown between Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah, because then it's Utah State versus Tennessee, 10 versus 2.
Yeah.
And I think this Tennessee will definitely beat a team full of kids that are 6'5" or below.
Yeah, they'll sky over them.
Yeah.
And Tennessee's physical, man.
They're good.
They're good.
They're well coached.
Athletic too.
They're well coached.
Yeah. Rick Barnes.
Yeah, Rick Barnes is a good coach.
Yeah.
They're another team I think that's due to have a good run here.
Right.
They've been good. They've been seated high.
Yeah.
They haven't won it yet, but they're definitely a program that's kind of almost like a new age blue blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
The program's definitely evolving, getting better.
Yeah. All right. So then it's Houston versus McNeese. We send Houston.
Feels like it.
Oh yeah.
This is the end of McNeese.
Yeah, it's been a great run. Good story. We'll see everybody happy and celebrating, but
okay.
I don't think it lasts.
Then it's Kentucky versus Tennessee. 3 versus 2. Let's see. I just said Kentucky's beaten them twice already.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times.
I think you go Tennessee with that info. It's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Hard.
That's a big storyline in college basketball.
Rick Barnes.
Yeah, and I think he's a good enough coach to kind of lock everyone in and say, all right.
I agree. Three is impossible.
So all 4 sides are 1 versus 2.
No way.
In the Elite 8.
Wow.
That's a problem. I don't want to go back and change it, but that's definitely a problem.
Did we leave any?
Where has this bracket gone wrong? Well, no, in 1 week.
Yeah, we're missing like a couple upsets here. It's gonna be McNeese, bro. Final 4 McNeese. All right. So Houston versus Tennessee.
Man, that's tough.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they kind of have the same like storyline for me. Like both programs that should make that next jump.
What's the lineup here? What are their matchups? Do they have any common opponents or anything?
Yeah, so Houston's lost to Bama and Auburn, and they've beaten a shitty Kansas, Arizona.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah, I think so too. Texas Tech, Kansas again, Arizona.
This is where Houston falls short.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they get this far, they look good, and then
everybody starts saying they're for real.
Yeah.
And Rick Barnes stings him.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so then the Final Four is 2 versus 2, Michigan State, St. John's, and 1 versus 2, Duke versus Tennessee.
My goodness.
I mean, those are all very good teams.
Yeah.
I think it's easy. St. John's Duke.
I mean, yeah.
St. John's Duke?
I think so.
Great matchup.
Patino's the man, and he's back.
Yeah. First year at St. John's, this dude gets in the finals.
I think
brings him to him.
Jeez.
New York bumping.
Okay. Yeah. So then we're going now it's Duke versus St. John's.
Oh,
I think so.
I think I like Duke here.
Coop comes back.
I think I like Duke here. You like St. John's?
Man.
Rick Pitino.
Man.
He's changed his
I don't know.
Duke's team's better.
Cooper Flag would be healthy by then.
Duke's team is better.
Yeah.
They're just well-rounded comparatively.
Look, can you see if Patino's ever won a natty? I don't know if he's ever won out. I know he's had great teams. He's gotten there, but
I mean,
has he ever won?
No, he was probably
the Duke coach has won, right? He's too young.
He's way too young.
What's this, his second year?
Yeah. Third. Yeah, no, it's like his second or third.
Year. No, Rick Pitino.
I mean, Patino's been around since I was a kid, I think. Right? Yeah. He's been to Louisville,
he was
Arizona.
Louisville. He was at Iona too. He came
back.
Yeah, he has 2.
He does have 2?
He won in Kentucky.
Okay, yeah.
That's
and
right.
then Louisville.
I forgot about Kentucky.
1996, Kentucky, 2013, Louisville.
I'm going Patino and St. John's.
He would become the only coach to win it 3 times.
He's the
at
man.
3 schools. Wow.
St. John's for sending him in.
I'm there.
Oh, submitted. GenX. St. John's.
I like it.
I love it.
All right, how many total points scored?
I feel like I'm in high school again.
He's back in New Jersey.
Man, grown up in the 80s.
St.
The
John's
Big East was,
I was gonna say
Georgetown, Villanova, St. John's.
Wow.
Yeah, UConn. Yep.
Yeah, Providence.
Like
even Providence was
people
good
forget
back
about Providence.
Yeah.
No, and honestly, the Big East has gotten more and more relevant. Like when I was in college,
Amherst was good. People forget John Calipari was at UMass Amherst.
Yeah.
When I was in college, the Big East was.
They sucked.
Yeah, this was like 5 years ago.
Syracuse was in the Big East.
That's right. When I was a kid, the Big East was the only conference.
Yeah, you've told me that.
Yeah.
But I feel like 5 years ago, 8 years ago,
ACC was always good because he had Duke and UNC, and that was a long time.
That's who was running shit when I was at school. Like FSU games were electric to go to because we got all the fire kids going to the NBA to come into town.
But before Jordan went through UNC, it was the Big East.
Yeah. All right, how many points do you think get scored in that matchup? I feel like they both put up numbers like 150, 160.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go 100. I mean, minimum 140, 145.
It's like a 92 to 85 game or something like that.
All right, I'll go 165. That's a lot of
163 or something. You can't do 5.
All right, 163. Good. We're in.
We're locked in. There it is. The GenX.
St. John's.
Let me go full screen on that, baby.
The big SJ.
Come make your picks against GenX.
Wow.
This kind of opens up the door for anyone to win now. If St. John's just gets bounced in like the second round.
I feel like St. John's is a bold pick, but I really like that logo in red up there. It's looking good.
Yeah, we can come back and finalize this because
this is going to come down to Cooper Flag It's going to come down to those Tuesday, Wednesday games to see how some of these things match up. Like I said before, I'd keep an eye on the UNC as San Diego State matchup.
When is the first play-in?
Tuesday. There's 2 games Tuesday, and I think
so
2 games Wednesday.
Or Tuesday.
What are you doing Thursday night?
I was probably going to your guys' softball game, and
It's at 9:30.
Maybe. Oh, actually, they'll start at 12.
Yeah, the brackets will lock at 12.
At noon.
12 noon?
So, yeah.
I'll start a group chat, and we can talk about it like Thursday morning.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to. I was gonna say maybe a late night podcast after the first day.
The play-ins.
What time's your guys' game?
9:30.
At night?
Yeah. I would not come to this game. It's going to start at 10.
Minimum.
All right, I'll sit here.
You
I'll
keep
get
us
everything
updated.
set up. I'll get us going. You guys come over after. And
I mean, we could do that.
see.
I think we could either do that or we could meet up on Monday and take a look at how everything plays out.
Yeah.
Sorry. So what's the schedule then? So Tuesdays playing games.
Two
then
games.
we
And Wednesday.
Go Tuesday,
play-ins.
Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday are 2 games each.
Okay.
And then Thursday, Friday is the first round.
Thursday at noon. It all starts.
Yep, Thursday at noon, then Friday at
I
noon,
love that.
Saturday at
That's
noon,
better.
Sunday at noon, and then Monday we could regroup and kind of see how the first.
A week goes.
That'll be the Sweet 16 set. And then if St. John's loses, we'll just make another Sweet 16 bracket.
We'll come back and do Gen X.
Yeah.
Gen X Sweet 16 pool.
All right. So a little bit of technical housekeeping. We got to post the link,
Yep.
put up our name to what's this called?
I
Our
haven't-
bracket.
I think so the bracket is called GenX Adulting.
All right.
And
Gen
then
X Adulting.
I think the league is also called GenX Adulting, the group.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll send the group over to you.
Yep.
And then he'll put it on the video that he posts, probably a couple shorts.
Yep.
Maybe breaking down like the final pick. So it'll be in multiple areas. I'd put it in your TikTok bio for the next couple days.
Yeah.
And then, just join up. I set the limit for 10 teams each. So if you want to make a bunch of brackets and
You
it
make up to
around.
10 brackets, challenge Gen X.
I mean, I could lower that number too.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
I
Not
like
everybody's going to make 10 brackets.
Right.
Yeah.
The more the merrier, really.
Yep.
Just for the record, too, my daughter, Nathan's sister, has won the last 2 years, and her strategy is mostly uniform
I
based.
thought you won last year.
Wow.
No,
Wow,
her
I'm
and I
taking this
were.
back to the office now.
Yeah.
Nate's losing
Oh,
to
you
his
don't know
sister.
about this?
Oh, we
Dude,
don't.
it's ridiculous. She
Yeah.
makes a bracket 5 minutes before they close and has won 2 times.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'll
this is
I'll spend the
beautiful.
next 4 days
Just studying.
analyzing all of this, and then I'll end up in like
Yeah.
20th place.
It's hilarious because it's full of guys. They think they know what they're talking about,
Ryan
and
Caney.
she smokes them all.
Yep.
They're talking about them now.
I like this though.
right, so-
it's a little chalky.
It's
All
a
right,
literal
so
chunky.
for listeners, if you've made it this far, I will front load telling everybody where to go. It's going to be on ESPN Tournament Challenge. We're going to put up shorts on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We'll put a full video episode up on YouTube. Probably have it out tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, depending. We didn't curse too much, so I don't have a whole lot of editing.
No.
Trying to track our conversation will be a little dodgy, but probably going to try to flip it tonight, get it out there.
You should be able to. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of it was the screen,
Yeah,
so you don't even have to really edit it too much.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can just make a short of what you just said right there.
All right, so everybody sign
put-
up, go get a bracket. The grand prize is some merch. Haven't figured it out yet. We're still sorting out our merch, but maybe
We'll
a
figure
sweatshirt,
something out.
t-shirt, like a hoodie, got
I would-
some coasters.
I would say sign up and make your bracket either your TikTok handle or Instagram handle, so we can identify you on social media if
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
win.
Good call.
So whenever you do win, we can find you on whatever, whether it's TikTok or Instagram. We can then line it up with your username versus,
Yeah.
if you're a random
Yeah.
person we don't know and you just put your name, it's going to be kind of hard to find you. So I would sign up with your handle on social media.
Yeah, and if you're going to do multiple brackets, I would put your handle and then
One, two, three. Yeah.
Well, to tell you the truth, it is limited to people following us.
Yeah.
So you do need to follow
Oh,
us.
that's a good
I would
point.
recommend following us on either TikTok or
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
It's easiest to track, but you do have to be a follower. Sorry, that is
Yeah,
a
to collect the
qualifier.
merch.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I think we're good.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Good luck. Take care. Goodbye.